We sailed across the outermost ocean to the land of the Cimmerians. The sun never shines there. The sky is always racked with the night's gloom. Here we landed and unloaded the sheep, where we dug the pit and sacrificed the sheep. The dead souls rose from Erebus. My mother was among them, Aunt Cecilia. She was alive when I left for Troy. Seeing her filled me with grief, but I wouldn't allow any to drink until I had spoken to Tiresias, and then he came.
Odysseus, son of Laertes, why have you come? Move away from the pit and put your sword away, so I can drink from the pool. You seek a glorious homecoming, Odysseus, but a god will make it bitter. You have angered Poseidon by blinding his son, and he seeks to put you through hell. You must travel to Phrygia. There you will find Helios of the sun and his sheep. Do not harm the sheep. If you do, all your comrades will die. You will find arrogant men in your house, and even if you manage to escape Phrygia, your homecoming will be delayed. Do you understand?
I understand. I have one last question for you. Why does my mother neither speak nor look at me?
Whoever you let drink from the pool will speak truly to you. Whoever you deny will go away.
The prophet departed, but I stayed and waited for my mother to drink from the blood.
Odysseus, my child, why have you come to the undergloom? Are you still wandering your way back from Troy?
Mother, I have come to speak with Tiresias, the Theban prophet. Yes, I still wander. I have yet to set foot in Ithaca. How did you die? Do you have news of my wife, my son, or father?
Your wife remains at home, although enduring the bitter days without you. Telemachus still holds your land and shares in all immense feasts as the island's conqueror. Your father, however, lies in sorrow, alive, but he grieves and longs for your return. It was this grief that killed me, waiting for my gentle son to return.
She spoke, and my heart yearned to hug my dead mother. 3 times I moved to embrace her. 3 times she drifted out of my arms. Mother, why do you slip my embrace? Are you a phantom of Persephone?
Odysseus, ill-fated maiden, I'm not a phantom. When we die, our spirits burn our bodies away. Hurry now to the light so you may return to the living.
That was the drift of our talk. After my mother had left, my old friend and the general at Troy, Agamemnon, arrived. Most glorious Agamemnon, how did you die? Did Poseidon sink your fleet in a hurricane?
No, Odysseus, I was not killed by Poseidon and hurricane winds. Aegisthus was the cause of my death. He killed me with the help of my cursed wife, invited me to a feast at his house, and then slaughtered me like an animal. My men were all around me, and we were killed ruthlessly. Your heart would have grieved at the sight of us lying in his great hall. Nothing is more grim or shameless than a woman who sets her mind on such an unspeakable act as killing her own husband.
Oh, how Zeus has persecuted your family from the beginning, through the will of women. Many of us died for Helen's sake, and Clytemnestra set a trap for you while you were gone.
So don't go easy on your wife either, or tell her everything you know. Your wife will not kill you. Penelope is far too gentle. When we left, you had just wed and your son born, who by now is a man. He will see you upon your return and embrace you when he does.
And with that, my dear friend left me by the pool, until Achilles, son of Peleus, recognized me and spoke.
Son of Laertes in the line of Zeus, how can you be here, in Hades' realm and among the dead? Yet you still live.
Achilles, by far the mightiest of the Achaeans, I am here to speak with Tiresias to see if he could help me home. I have yet to even set foot in Ithaca, but you, Achilles, rule the dead with might.
Don't try to sell me on death, Odysseus. I'd rather be a hired hand working in the dirt than dead.
We spoke of his son, Neoptolemus, and I told him all I knew, and that I knew nothing of Peleus. After I had told him of the success of his son Neoptolemus, he went off with huge strides filled with joy. Other ghosts crowded around the pool, but the ghost of Telamonian Ajax stood apart, still furious because I had defeated him in the contest at Troy to decide who would get Achilles' armor. I tried to win him over. Ajax, son of Telamon, are you angry even in death? We lost a tower of strength to that armor. We mourned your loss as we mourn the loss of Achilles himself. Come back, Lord Ajax, and listen. Control your wrath and reign in your proud spirit. He said nothing, and went on his way to Erebus. The mighty Hercules loomed up before me, only his phantom though, for Hercules himself feasts with the gods. He recognized me at once.
Crafty Odysseus, do you live a wretched life as I once did under the rays of the sun? I was a son of Zeus, but I endured immeasurable suffering as I was once sent here to fetch the hound of hell, of which I carried out of the house of Hades with Hermes and grey-eyed Athena as guides.
With that, Hercules went back into the house of Hades, and no more heroes came. I went to the ship and called my men to board as well. They did so, quickly, and took their places at the oars. We rowed and then we caught a tailwind. Off we sailed, back to the island of Aia.